So I've been telling you since before, never be afraid of making mistakes in English. Because if you're afraid and don't speak, how can you ever speak good English? But after watching this,
what's the mood like in the dressing room? You happy with the form of your boys?
We just want to bat first and put up above par runs, and then we try to restrict them under that.
I realized no matter what, there is nothing more important than your personality. And someone already told me this before. So let's come to the key point. Everyone tells you when it comes to language learning that you shouldn't be afraid of sounding like an idiot. To some degree, I agree. But you can't ignore the fact, because the way you speak shapes your image in other people's mind. You are definitely allowed to make mistakes, but it depends on the situation. Let's be real. You can't sound like an idiot in front of the entire world, because then it will become a universal truth that you are an idiot. So you cannot be that harsh to yourself for a language. So your English practice matters, but what really matters is the place and circumstances. It's like you can't practice your English in an interview. You will go there only when you are very confident and 90% assured that you have good English. Well, that's just for instance. For example, I just made it complicated for you. But here the situation is different. So I'm not saying that Pakistan cricket team should give up on English. They shouldn't, because they don't need good English to play a sport. But they should learn how to deal with their bad English in this kind of situation, where your image matters more than your English practice. And what they really lack actually is that they don't know how to make a mistake. Exactly. Today you will learn a brand new idea about English learning, how to make mistake while learning English. And trust me, this is going to help you more in real life than other English learning tips. So how you should speak or react in these kind of situations where thousands of people and the entire world is watching. So the first thing you need to do is, if you have bad English, mention it before you start speaking. Say something like, okay, I'll try my best to answer this in English, and just laugh at yourself before anyone else does. And actually, this is the art of being smart imperfectly. And it's also said by many smart people, then laugh at your own mistakes. And that's what many successful and smart people do. For example, Kapil Sharma, he made a lot of fun of his own English. Though now his English is improved, but he still makes for his comedy.
You know, ever since I've come over, आपकी English तो बहुत अच्छी हो गई.
Yeah.
जब से मैं आई.
I have done double MA. I don't बताता नहीं मैं किसी को. मैं बताता नहीं. I'm too much educated.
Oh, too much.
Yeah. मैं बताता नहीं, नजर लग जाती है पता है.
अच्छा.
पहले मैंने.
And some Indian cricketers, I think most of them did this, like Harbhajan Singh, Yuvraj Singh, Dhoni, and Sehwag. There was a time when their English was not as good as now, but they laughed at their English mistakes.
तो हम लोग जिस भी फंक्शन में जाते थे ना, तो पहले ऐसा कोना ढूंढते थे जहाँ पर कोई ना पहुंच सके. क्योंकि साउथ अफ्रीका में जो भी आएगा वो अगर कुछ भी पूछेगा तो इंग्लिश में ही पूछेगा. तो हम लोग डरते थे कि हमें इंग्लिश आती नहीं, हम इंग्लिश बोल नहीं पाएंगे, तो बेटर है कि ऐसा कोना पकड़ लो जहाँ तक बंदा पहुंच ही ना पाए. पड़ेगा तो उसके लिए इंग्लिश सीखनी पड़ी, प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ी. खुशी होती थी जब रवि शास्त्री खड़े होते थे या सनी भाई खड़े होते थे कि उनको तो बोल सकते हिंदी में ले लो इंटरव्यू.
And here is another very good example, Neeraj Chopra. Whenever people ask him question in English during interviews, he simply asks them to ask in Hindi. And that's completely so simple and smart.
How? What should be changed to have more sports culture?
कोई हिंदी में पूछ रहा है जिस चीज़ को, और मैं इसमें अच्छे से बता पाऊंगा.
No, hello भाई.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you a question. That at times you would get frustrated because of that. There's
भाई
a
हेलो
level.
हिंदी आती है आपको
अच्छा जी सर.
हिंदी में पूछ लो यार
And this doesn't make him sound the way Pakistani cricket team do. Because when you accept your flaw and your mistakes, it shows you're aware about yourself. You know your strengths and weaknesses. And a self-aware person always considered as a intelligent person. So make it clear before. Don't let your English tell them that you have poor English speaking skill. And the second thing is ask politely and humorously if you don't know how to say something in English. And this quality will add authenticity. It's fine. Authenticity to your behavior. And by asking, you are not begging for help, but actually connecting with people. It will also make your conversation engaging, because when you try not to be because when you try not to be, yes, that's complicated to speak actually. Let me try. Because when you try not to be too perfect, people start relating to you. They love listening to you, just like comedians. They never try something extra. They always talk about real life struggles, and people find it relatable. That's why they love it. So if you are in this kind of situation, if someone in front of you can speak or understand Hindi or Urdu, you don't need to make fun of yourself, as the Pakistani team's captain did while Ravi Shastri was at presentation.
What's the mood like in the dressing room? You happy with the form of your boys?
We just want to bat first and put up above par runs, and then we try to restrict them.
So he really didn't need that. He can simply speak in Hindi or Urdu, whatever he speak, because Ravi Shastri knows both and understand both. So if I were in his place, what I would do is, if I struggle with English, I would talk in Hindi, because there was someone who completely understand Hindi. So I would say, I would like to answer this in Hindi, since my English is not so good. Though, since India-Pakistan's relationships are not good, otherwise I would answer it with a little humor. I won't create any trouble for myself. Since you are here, I would like to answer this in Hindi or Urdu. And the second thing I would do while talking, if I don't know how to say something in English, that's what I always do. I never hesitate to ask anybody. But since I have internet, so I check everything on internet. I don't need to pretend to anybody. So I missed the point actually. Have to start it again. So if I don't know how to say something in English, I would simply say, after making a mistake with a humorous laugh, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Just like what Trump did on his India tour. He knew in this speech.
As the great religious teacher Swami Vivekananda once said, this is the country.
He knew he pronounced those words incorrectly. That's why he said it with a slight laugh. What say? Or I would simply ask, I don't know how to say it in English. Will you please tell me? And after getting the correction, I would say to the person at the presentation humorously, wow, your English is so good. And remember one thing, always carry your own style of talking. Like Chris Gill, he always flirts with females at the presentation. And no one minds that. And even people actually love to hear him at the presentation. And some of them can miss the match but never miss his presentation speech.
I want to come and have an interview with you as well. That's the reason why I'm here. So just to see your eyes for the first time. It's nice. So hopefully win this game and we can have a drink after. Don't blush, baby.
I'm not blushing.
He never cared about anything. He kept his own original style. And he always being himself while talking. And another thing you should always remember, You start looking weird at the moment you start pretending to not to be yourself. So be proud of yourself. That's the real beauty. Don't try to be or smart or cool in these kind of places, the way Pakistani cricketers do. And if you are not sure about your English or any other skill, proudly be imperfect. Speak from your heart. Like, I never hesitate to tell people that I'm really bad at mathematics. I even I rarely can solve basic mathematics. So, and I never feel ashamed about this. No one is perfect. Nobody is. Perfection doesn't exist. So just don't try to be super smart. Don't try to be over smart or super cool. Just be the human, and that makes you beautiful, attractive, and the way you always wanted to look. So that's all for today. If you find this video interesting, different, unique, or helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And yes, don't forget to subscribe my channel. I need this. Till then, take care. Bye bye.